So this video it's not a normal video on my channel. Normally on my channel I have a lot of videos about use of multi-tools or modifying of multi-tools. This is about Garmin watch. I have few things to say, and I would like to make a video about it. If you are on my channel for this multi-tools in general, keep watching because I will have another video for that multi-tool. So this video is about this watch. It's a Garmin Tactix 7 Amoled edition. Until now I was using a Phoenix 7X Sapphire edition with the normal screen. The one which is reflective is better you can see it better in the sunlight. But I bought this one, and there are some opinions which I think you will not find in other videos, because most of the time you'll find videos either done by Garmin or by people who receive models for review from Garmin, and they will never tell you anything that it's anything wrong. They will just tell you positive things. So first of all, this is Tactix, so it's normally done for a military use. This is done for civilian use. You can find also Phoenix and other two models, Epix, and I don't remember the name of the other one, which is the same format as this Phoenix, but it's also have AMOLED screen. This is have a lot of software which is good for military use, but in reality I think this one is not actually very good for military use, and I will tell you in a moment why. So I will tell you from the beginning, if you want to buy a watch, this is much more expensive than his counterpart, the civilian counterpart with the same screen. And if you don't have the use for the military software, I think you should buy the civilian one. If you are military, yes, you have some software in it for the jumping from the plane, or for night vision modes and things like this. But this have two disadvantages which will not make it very good for tactical use. First of all, it's an electronic device, so if you go to a secure area where you have planning and everything, you are not allowed with an electronic device, and this would definitely you will not be able to wear this in that environment. Second of all, this sapphire glass, it's actually very reflective, and I actually have problems with this year in the summer, when the sun it was glaring from the lens in my eyes, or in the eyes or whoever it was in the passenger seat when I was in a car. I also have some people in some offices telling me that the glare from my lens, from my watch, was staying in his eyes. It was a guy. So for a tactical watch, that it's terrible to have reflecting lens in a tactical watch. Garmin actually have some lenses on their Mark Generation 2 series, which are not flat, they are curved. So I think that is less reflecting than this. I don't know why Garmin was thinking to a lot of software for this, but didn't thought of this major problem. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe this is not reflecting, but I didn't find anywhere to say that it's not reflecting. And I can tell you, if it's the same lens, the sapphire glass, as this one, is terrible for a tactical thing. Another thing which this have extra compare with the Epic's Phoenix 7 and whatever is saved the Amoled right now, because this is I have it for 1 year and a half or something like that, 2 years, I don't remember exactly. And now you have these versions with AMOLED display. This Tactics is have two things which I liked, and that's why I bought this one instead of a new Phoenix or another version of civilian thing. First of all, it have the red shift. So in the night, because this is have a backlight for the entire screen, when I was moving the hand, this light is come on, and it was terrible. I know that you can play with the brightness, but believe me, I try. I don't remember the reason, but I wanted to have the full light. And if you are in a bed or on the movie or in a cinema or something like that, this kind of thing, it's disturbing. This one, if you go, it's programmed after certain hour to have it passing to red shift, or you can get it by hand, and in this way everything is becoming less bright in the red color, and it's actually much better for the night. Yeah, it's much less disturbing in the night, whatever you do, even if you are in a bed or somewhere else. What you see on the screen, it's the watch face, which will stay all the time like this red. It's a watch face, I don't remember the name, maybe I'll put it in the comments. A watch face which I modified that all the colors are red. Another thing, this have, apart from the military features, this have, and I wanted to have it instead of the civilian one, is that it have a green light instead of red light, which personally I like better. The red light, it was very hard for me to use. I wanted to use it especially when I was going around the house, so I will not wake up my family. But it was very hard to see with that red light. With this green light, it's much easier to see. But this light in Garmin Tactix 7 is have a problem, a bug. So if I take this one, for example, I double click this button, which I can do the other one, but watch how fast is the light switching on compared after I press the buttons. You see how fast? It's almost instant. If I go here, I press the buttons, and almost the light, you will take the light 1.5 to 2 seconds until it's switching on. In that time, you have time to think, maybe I didn't press correctly the button, and when you are trying to press it again, the light will switch on. So this is kind of annoying, and it's also annoying that Garmin, who say that it's the best watchmaker and things like that, could have this kind of bag in their watches. I hope Garmin it's fixing this problem, because it's embarrassing, to be honest. Another thing is, oops, sorry. So if I go in flashlight, now it's in a red shift. Let me get it out of red shift. Yeah, so it's out of the red shift. So this is the screen for the flashlight. This watch can have 4 levels of green lights, but only when it's in night vision mode, which is done specially for the military using the night vision goggles or anything like that. I think it will be much more beneficial if you can use it in a normal mode also. So what Garmin can do is just to make the software, when I long press, for example, this green light, will change these levels here for the green light as it's in night vision, and here the white. So when I press again the white, then and keep pressing, it will switch it. This is, I think it's a very easy software to do. I don't know why Garmin didn't thought of that. They say they are thinking on everything. They put you, I don't know how many hundreds of sports mode and shit like that. Sorry for my language, but they cannot think to such a useful thing, because, to be honest, this green light right now, it's the equivalent of of the third level of the white light here. But I will actually want to have a green light, which will be, I can make the level of the green light lower or higher. Yeah, so if you go to white light, you have a small level, a bigger one, and so on. You have 4 levels. I will like when I keep this button, the green button, press it for, I don't know, a few seconds. These levels will actually be for the green light, and this single button will be for the white light. That will be useful. I don't know why Garmin cannot thought of that. Another thing I thought, so this is Tactix 7, but actually Tactix, they are, I think this is the fourth or fifth or whatever model of Tactix. Most of them, they have the shape of bezels compared with the Phoenix, which is have much more beveled. So they have here an angle, yeah, so here they have an angle, but here you have a very steep, let me see how can I put this on camera. So here you have a very steep step, which if you see few of the reviews, for there are one or two of people which they use this for or a similar watch for a year or two, and they have a lot of scuffs exactly in this edge here, which is sharper in the Tactics, and in the part where you have two buttons, so where the watch is going forward, it will be touched by a lot of things, and it's much more scuffed than the Phoenix model. Yeah, so I think this is looking nicer like this, but will get much more scuffed. So normally I will not have anything against a watch which is it's looking used. Yeah, it will have a lot of wear, but when you pay so much money for this watch, I can guarantee you that on the first scratch of it, you will panic. Let's say like this. Okay, so was my first gripe. There are two problems with this: the glare, which shouldn't be in a tactic watch. The problem, the bug with the light, yeah, with the light delaying on switching on and or switching off. They are on both sides. But I like this watch for the reasons I told you. The extra. If you have money to buy, I think it will be better to buy a civilian version with an AMOLED screen. This it doesn't have the AMOLED screen, but now you have 2 or 3 options for AMOLED screen with a big battery. You will not have the tactical software in it. You will not need it even if you are military. If you are military, you will have a different watch, not this one with the glare. Yes, this is have green light. This is have red shift mode, which I think Garmin should put on their Phoenixes also. And I think Garmin will be better to do just a single model with the best features they can put in one model. And then for the military, for the tactical stuff, just to have the software in their store in the Garmin Connect, where you spend that extra 100 euros watch normally you spend for this watch, you will spend it on the software in the Garmin store, and you can make it from a civilian one tactical watch. Um, I don't know how Garmin is reacting to customer suggestion. I have the impression that is not very responsive for this. The problem with the glare of the light, they I think they sort it in the Mark version generation 2, where they have a curved lens. I don't know why they didn't put it here. Probably it's more expensive. Also, one other problem with all the Garmin watches on this level, the people which they have this, usually they are very arrogant. So with this one, I suggested this problem when I first have it, and I had problems on driving with it because it was glaring in my eyes. And I have a very arrogant answers for this. Yeah, they saw my hands. They say, but you are fat, you are obese. Why you need these watches? Well, yeah, I am obese right now. But I used to do a lot of sports until they find a cancer in my body, so they had to remove some organs, and then I could not control my weight since then. But I'm still using these watches for medical purposes, and also I do sometime trekking in a forest. And for example, this screen in a forest where you have a canopy, so you don't have direct screen light, is very hard to see. Yeah, it's very nice to see it in direct sunlight, but where you don't have direct sunlight, it's very hard to see in this position. This one, you can see it in lower light much easier. Now it's switching off the face because it's not on my hand, but this face will stay like this, a little less illuminated all the time, like now. Yeah, so this one you can see it in any kind of light, even if you are outside under the canopy, in a sunlight, in a darker room, and anything. This is very hard to read. Also, if you buy a watch, yes, this one is of 30 something days. Yeah, great. Actually, that 30 and something days battery life, it's an annoyance, and I will tell you why. This is only 12 days with the oximeter and all the time screen on and things like that. It will stay on when it's on my hand. The annoyance it was with this, because you have to charge it every month or something. I don't remember how much. It was that after a month, because you used the cable, for example, 1 month ago, you have to remember where you put the cable. It's something very strange, but that is happened. Also, this one, sometimes you forget that you have to charge it. And I had situation when I had to travel for a week, and because I didn't look at the battery so often, I forgot to charge it, and he had the battery only for 3 days. This one, because they have much lower battery life, I have to charge it every week. Well, I can charge it almost every 2 weeks, but I charge it every week. And because of that, I also know where the cable it is all the time. I also remember to wash the battery. So it's a lower battery, but to be honest, if you don't go to any expedition or things like that for everyday life, this it's actually better, this kind of battery. uh, and the screen obviously is better. I mean, if you go to the maps, let me get out, zoom out. You see the maps, what contours they have. My camera doesn't see it very well. And if I go to this, the maps are terrible, to be honest. They were even terrible when I had the Phoenix 7, because at that time I didn't have even the touch screen, and it was very hard to navigate the map. Now you have the touch screen, you can navigate the map easier, and believe me that it's a huge improvement. And also you have the contours on the map, so it's much more useful in this way. Yeah, so these are my opinion. I think you will be better off if you buy the civilian version instead of tactical. And I think there are a lot of people who will not tell you the problems, as I told you, for example, with the flashlight, because usually these watches you find them reviewed mostly by the people who are actually receiving these models from Garmin, and obviously they cannot afford to say anything negative about these watches. But they are good watches. Yeah, so I recommend both. I actually recommend the civilian version, this one, sorry, uh, because you will not pay so much extra for things that you will not use. Yes, this is look much nicer, will brush your ego, even my ego, a little bit more. But I actually advise to buy the civilian one, whatever it is right now. It's Epix or Phoenix 7 Pro or whatever is have the Amoled screen display and the flashlight. Okay, so was my opinion. I hope I didn't upset anybody with these opinions. If I said something wrong, please write it in the comments. Maybe you have something to add, write them in the comments. Probably I'll make some other videos about some other products, but in general, as I said, my channel is about this kind of things. But stay tuned, maybe I'll do some other videos. Until then, if you like it, give it a like, I don't know, subscribe and everything like that. I'm not a commercial channel, I don't earn money from this channel. I hope to give knowledge to other people and receive knowledge from other people. So see you around for another time. Bye.